Alright, Joker's been out for some time now, and by some time I mean a little over a week, but it feels like a lifetime between the amount of Jokers we've seen online and the amount of time that I've spent playing Joker, and obviously I want to discuss who's going to be the next DLC character, and we're going to, but I wanted to take some time to recognize the level of detail that went into Joker, which excites me for whoever's next regardless of that choice. I've yet to play Persona 5, and don't worry, it's on my list of things to play, and I'll likely end up streaming it in the near future, but I've heard countless times from fans of the series that he really is true to form, down to the character detail, level, and music choices. It seems like a lot of thought went into the creation process for Joker, and that gives me hope, because I'm looking forward to Nintendo adding more unique characters to what is an already diverse game. On top of that, I'm open to characters I have zero familiarity with, like Joker. Yes, I have my list of characters that I want to see on the roster and land a coveted spot in a Smash game, but Nintendo's game plan is working. I had zero desire to touch Persona 5 until I played Joker, and now I want to, and I'm curious to see how many others are in the same boat, so let me know in the comment section below if you've played Persona prior to Joker's release, or if you picked up Persona post-Joker because you enjoyed the character. Or maybe you still have no desire, in which case, let me know if you fall into that category. Moving on, we have 4 remaining slots, and I feel like as time passes and I continue to see how Nintendo handles certain situations, my predictions change. And I'm still confident that we're going to get a Microsoft rep, because Nintendo and Microsoft have been connected at the hip for the last year, and there's 3 contenders for that spot that immediately come to mind. Number 1 is Steve from Minecraft, and I know a lot of people are sick of hearing the words Steve from Minecraft when talking about Smash DLC, but Minecraft is a household name. A lot of people will cry meme character, but it's true, and as for a moveset, I think Sakurai and his team can be imaginative enough to make it work. But as for the character model looking weird, if Game & Watch can work, anyone can. But honestly, Steve is on the bottom of my list, and I wanted to get that one out of the way. Number 2 is Master Chief, another gaming icon from Microsoft, and I feel like he would work similar to Snake in terms of moveset. And now that Sakurai has added Joker, who wields both a knife and a gun, there are fewer limitations as to who can be next. I'm not the biggest fan of Halo, but I've played a handful of games, and I'm familiar enough with Master Chief to know that he could bring a lot to the table. On the other side, there was a tweet floating around from Frank O'Connor, who is in charge of the Halo dev team, basically deconfirming Master Chief. But more elaborate schemes have been put together to throw people off Grinch leak. And with that being said, I still would not count out Master Chief completely. The last choice is Banjo. I slept on Banjo-Kazooie games back in the N64 days, but I know how beloved this bear is, and his bird, and he fits the mold for Smash better than most. Number 1, he's a gaming icon. A lot of people know who Banjo is. 2, his whole aesthetic works for Smash. He's a cartoony character who killed it on the N64 during the golden age of platforming. 3, he's also a bear. And 4, I think we're due for a heavy characters DLC. And when I say heavy, I don't necessarily mean in terms of weight. I mean we need some more big boys. Or girls. A lot of people are for Cuphead and Mugman making the roster, and I could see it working, but I don't think Cuphead stands the test of time yet. Adding a character like Cuphead seems like it'd be a slap in the face to other indie characters, who I personally feel are more deserving of a spot. And 3 characters immediately come to mind, and that's Shovel Knight, who is an assist trophy, Shantae, who is a spirit, and Sans, who I'm recognizing because if I don't, I'll get ripped apart in the comments section. But even if a Microsoft rep isn't next, I'm confident that we will see one in the remaining 4 spots. Next, I want to revisit the Erdrick rumor that was floating around a couple months ago, because I still do think that a Dragon Quest rep has a good shot at making it into the game. DQ is a popular franchise in Japan, but the name unfortunately doesn't hold the same weight in other parts of the world, and I think, similar to Persona, Nintendo is looking to increase awareness. They have multiple games on the Switch or coming to the Switch, and we have to remember that this is also a business move. However, with Joker's release, it did deconfirm that rumor, However, it had something to do with his moveset, or I don't even know. But if it's not Erdrick or another Dragon Quest character, I do think we're going to see someone from Square Enix as well. As some of you know, I'm a huge advocate for Geno, but I've kind of thrown in the towel long ago because all signs point to my dreams being dead. Soraa is next up on the list, but I think it's a bit more complicated because he's jointly owned by Square and Disney. But Soraa with his Keyblade could be a great fit amongst the sword fighters, and in order for that to happen, both Square and Disney need to play nice with Nintendo. I do have my doubts for Soraa, but I want to believe. I do. I enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 3. I think there's also an option for additional Final Fantasy characters, but I do feel like we would get characters from unrepresented franchises, although that has really never been officially confirmed. Next up, we have Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, and some of you are probably rolling your eyes right now, but hear me out. First of all, crazier things have happened. Second, characters like Snake and Bayonetta are already in the game. Third, I think Scorpion can be toned down enough to make the cut. We also have Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch, which is a big move considering we haven't had a mainline Mortal Kombat game on a Nintendo console in quite some time. Rayman is another big-name character with a long history of games on Nintendo consoles, not to mention that the recent Mario and Rabbids game was a sleeper hit for the Switch. Ubisoft also isn't shy about allowing other games to license Rayman, as he just appeared in Brawlhalla. But then again, Ubisoft bought Blue Mammoth Games back in 2018, so I'm not even sure if that counts, but regardless, Rayman is in a fighting game already. Travis Touchdown also seems like a possibility given Goichi Suda's track record with developing No More Heroes games for the Wii and Switch. My last prediction is Crash Bandicoot. I have been predicting Crash since Smash Ultimate was announced, and I'm going to stick by it until February 2020 when he's not in the game and I go into hiding. The Crash Insane Trilogy coming to Switch last year was huge, and now that we have the Crash Team Racing remake hitting the Switch in June as well, I think it's very possible. Crash is another gaming icon who has seen a bit of a revival in the last couple of years, and I'm hoping that if something like this happens, it does lead to a new Crash game, a traditional Crash game. He would also have a great potential moveset, just think about it. He'd be able to throw Wumpa Fruits, down B counter with Aku Aku, spin attacks, slides, it's all there. I intentionally left out characters who have franchises that are already represented because, like I said earlier, it has not been 100% confirmed that they will all be characters with no representation, or if this will be the only Fighters Pass we're getting, but that's another discussion that I spoke about in another video, and I'll link that if you want to go check that out afterwards. But I have a feeling that Nintendo will be looking to broaden the roster. And some characters that fall under this category are characters like Dixie Kong, Bandana D, Geno, literally anyone else from Fire Emblem. In fact, if another Fire Emblem character gets added as DLC, I'm gonna fly to Kyoto because I just want to talk Nintendo. Tails, Porky, Paper Mario, all of these characters would be great picks, but continuing to diversify the roster will broaden the audience and interest for Smash. Think about it. You may not be the biggest fan of Mario games, but you loved No More Heroes. Now here's this fighting game that just added Travis Touchdown to the roster, and you're interested, you want to fight other people as Travis. Nintendo just secured your money for the game, and Fighters Pass or that specific character DLC, because like I mentioned earlier, it works both ways. I don't know anything about Joker, but I love Smash, so of course I'm going to pick up the Fighters Pass so I can try out these new characters. Hey, Joker's pretty fun, maybe I'll give Persona 5 a shot. Now, as far as timing goes, it's almost May, and Nintendo has confirmed that they're going to be doing a Direct for E3, which is where I would expect to see the new character announced. Nintendo has held out on releasing information for upcoming games because I think it's all being saved for E3, including things like Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion, the multiple games that leaked during the Best Buy Direct, and a new Smash character. We're supposed to have all 4 remaining characters by February of 2020 or within that window, which means they're going to have to be spaced out evenly with a new character every 2 months. I could also see Nintendo teasing or revealing 2 characters during E3, both with summer release dates, one being July and the other being September. But that's all the DLC rambling I'm going to do for today. I do think news is imminent with E3 around the corner, but drop your predictions and character wish list down in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this video, hitting the like button would be greatly appreciated. And if you're new here and you like this kind of content, I encourage you to go subscribe as well. You can also find links for my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord server down in the video description. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.